On July 20th, 2014, I adopted a 2-year-old chestnut gelding from the SPCA. When I first found his adoption ad, I knew I needed to see him, but I had no idea just how much he would change my life. Milo had been seized from a very neglectful home. He was just a 1.5 on the body scale when he ended up at the SPCA. Prior to then, he'd known no kindness, only hardship. Thus, this made him into an incredibly suspicious and fearful young horse. I signed the adoption papers shortly after meeting him. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The first couple of months were awful. He was stubborn, nasty, and hard to handle. People even said he was dangerous. I wanted to get rid of him, but my mom encouraged me otherwise. The best decision of my life was to keep on trying. I wish I could say it got easier, but that would be a lie. Milo is an enigma who marches to his own beat. He is honest and unapologetic. He is unwaveringly himself. A loyal friend and a partner to me, but one that's never afraid to state his opinion. He will never be simple. But as I began to understand what made him tick, I grew to absolutely adore him. Nowadays, he still challenges me and struggles with the fears from his past, but we've developed a cohesive partnership. 2 peas in a pod. This is our journey, 4 years of being together and Milo's training from the ground up. From an abandoned, sad-looking 14 two-hand 2-year-old colt to a 16 one-hand 6-year-old gelding whose presence turns heads. The journey with horses is not linear. There's lots of ups and downs, lots of setbacks. Milo has had many mental blocks that have resulted in us needing to go back to square one after time off or on an as-needed basis. Such was the case during his rest and rehab for a minor soft tissue injury. Milo is not a horse who does well with time off. He needs constant stimulation, and getting him back into work slowly while moving up the ranks to where we left off has been quite the journey in itself, but now we are back and ready to do better than ever. The consistent improvement, no matter how slow, is what keeps me motivated when working with this difficult horse. Some things may take him months or even years to fully grasp, but then he'll pick up concepts that some horses never figure out or take years to master, in a matter of minutes. Milo has hands down been the most frustrating, difficult, and rewarding horse I've ever worked with. He has taught me so many valuable lessons that I've carried with me in my experiences working with horses. The patience and perseverance that this horse has taught me are immeasurable. I've learned that good things cannot be forced, and I've reevaluated how I view a lot of modern riding and training practices. Milo is not a horse who can be bullied or forced into compliance. His trust and work ethic has to be earned. Every year he tries harder and becomes more and more accommodating, even in situations where he is unsure. I can only hope that we will continue down the path of unlocking his full potential and leaving the demons of his unfortunate past in our wake.